Welcome to lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or anyone who feel like watching this message. This is for the remainder of January 2020. This will be the last reading for the month. Next month we'll resume our regular weekly schedule for the readings. And I'm going to try to post on the same day every week. I feel like that may work a little bit better. But thank you so much for your patience, guys. I've been traveling and I've been quite busy with some personal stuff. And I was not able to get these messages out to you. But here we are. And this is for you, Capricorn. Just getting back in the swing of things, catching up. And let's see what messages Spirit have for you, okay? And I'm using the Morgan Greer tarot deck, and I'll do a Chelsea cross for you so we get more information, as this is going to touch a longer span of time. Let's see, messages for Capricorn, messages and guidance for Capricorn, messages and guidance for Capricorn, messages and guidance for Capricorn. Messages and guidance for Capricorn. Messages and guidance for Capricorn. Ace of Pentacles just flew out for you, Cappies. Some of you are expecting, working, or there's a new beginning coming towards you here. We have a lot of flippers. Let's see. King of Pentacles, of course. You're working towards your abundance, and King of Cups. And whether it's relationship, whether, oh, there may be a fight here too. There may be tension and back and forth and fighting about a new beginning. For some of you, if you're female watching this, like feminine energy watching this, there may be argument happening between a King of Pentacles, which may be a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus person in your life, arguing with a water person, or Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Okay, there may be like some male ego at play here, perhaps about a new beginning, who's gonna get the job. Perhaps it's about a new beginning about who's gonna get the girl. But two people here are like, you know, having an ego match here, and you part of it. It's you having that with someone else. Cappies, it would be with a water sign. Okay, a King of Cups here. Let's see. And yes, it doesn't have to be men. It could be a woman. These are just energy. Someone who are really two people that are feeling very strong, that are feeling like themselves, that are feeling like top of their games, if you will. That's feeling very worthy. That they're having some tense words. There's some competition between them, and it's about a new beginning, and it's an auspicious new beginning too. So money may be involved. Let's see, messages for Capricorn. Here we go. Situation. Ace of Cups. Is that new beginning? Yes, for some of you, this may not be business. It may actually be a new beginning, an emotional new beginning. This is about, okay? What's crossing it to explain it? We have the Knight of Cups, more cups, water energy, feelings, emotions here, okay? There's someone wants to offer a cup of love here. There is someone here, whether it's you, Cappies, that want to extend a cup of love, that wants to make an offer, an emotional offer to somebody. Be mine, be my woman, be my girl, be my Valentine, would you marry me? Whatever it is, it's that offer. It may not be would you marry me, because the ace here is, it's not so much a small offer, that's a new beginning. The Knight is it's a message, right? So I don't think someone will send someone else to a King of Cups will send someone else to propose marriage. So there are messages going back and forth about the possibility of a new beginning with somebody, and it seems like someone is in a bad hurry to make this happen, to close the deal, if you will. They may feel like there's competition for your heart, or you may feel that way about someone. So whichever side of the story you're on, just apply it. But there is an aspect of competition here, and someone is like really want to make an offer. Someone really wants to secure this. At the foundation, we have the Hermit, which is about seclusion. Virgo energy, which is all about introspection, taking a moment to really go and study the self, to really understand the self, the inner working of the self, what's important to the self, like, right, like taking a time away from other people, moving away from the group. So this is your story, Capricorn. At the foundation of this story, it's you feeling like you need to remove yourself from this whole situation to get a certain level of clarity within yourself. Okay, the Hermit, all they have is that lantern, and you see the light inside that lantern is making a star. That is their North Star. The North Star. That is their compass. That is their guiding light. Okay? So it's very important for you during this time, Cappies. You're telling yourself, you're asking yourself that, what do I want? Yes, these people may be fighting over you, maybe wanting to show you their love, or you perhaps want to do that. But it's very important, the very foundation, if it's you wanting to make that offer, wants to give that message of love, it's very important that you are very sure about who you are and why do you want this. Why is this important to you? What do you have to offer to that person, to that relationship? And do you know exactly how they feel about you? Okay? Like the Hermit is really like a card asking you to master yourself. Like the first step in any study, spirituality especially, is literally know thyself. The Hermit is asking you to really know yourself, like, so you know exactly why you want this, okay, and how far you're willing to go to get this. Because I feel like some of you, there's competition, and your confidence may be maybe taking a hit, okay, if you don't approach this the right way. And here's the best thing that could happen. We have the Seven of air. That's the card of lies and deceit. That's the card of someone literally trying to pull the wool over your eyes, okay. And yes, in the positive aspect of this card, it could be because the Five of Swords are the card of conflict, that someone is removing the conflict. As you can see, they're kind of dark in the Five of Swords, and the two swords that are left are the swords of fairness and justice. The Two of Swords is the card of fairness and justice and needing to make a decision. And someone is removing the Five of Swords that create the trouble, creating the problem, creating the conflict away. That's the best thing that could happen. Because there is tension. We saw that with the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and that Five of Wands. Those are people. It may be just argument, it may be just disharmony, but there is tension. Okay, that tension. The best thing that could happen is that tension to break. It's for peace to remain. In the recent past, justice. For some of you, Capricorn, if you are married, some of you might have just faced a divorce, might have just gone through a divorce, or one person in the relationship filed for divorce, and you see in that justice card, usually the scale is balanced. The scale is not balanced in that justice card. One person filed for divorce and the other person does not agree. The other person is not ready yet to let go. Wow. This is also the card of Libra. In the middle of all of this, it's someone really wanting to keep a love, wanting to make an offer. And you're surrounded by lies, deceit, wanting to take away the conflict, trying to bring fairness and justice to a situation, and isolation, trying to find yourself through it all. At the foundation of this, that's what needs to happen. I feel like Someone could have left a marriage. Someone walked away. Someone went into isolation, removed themselves from the relationship, removed themselves from the family, removed themselves from the situation. Separated, filed for separation, filed for divorce. And here's someone really want to make this work. One person is not willing to let go. And the best thing that could happen, first of all, to have a ceasefire, to stop fighting, to remove away the conflict, okay? The near future. The Knight of Swords. Information. That sword is bloody. Someone is willing to go to war to make this work. The truth needs to come out too. Don't just, especially if your person was in the wrong, and then they're like, okay, please let's be back together, file for divorce. Okay, I'll stop. You know, if they were cheating, those 5 of swords representing like someone was cheating, lying, stealing, taking away from the relationship, whatever it is that was the problem. I'm not doing any clarifications this time. But whatever it is that was the situation in your personal relationship, in your personal life, and they're like, okay, let's just have this again. Here's the cup of love. Let's just restart again. By the way, that flower here you see in that Ace of Cups is the lotus flower. It's a flower of representing peace and regeneration that grows out of murky, like dirty water, and every day rise up again, blossom into some beautiful flower, like nothing happened, like despite the condition that they're in, being able to rise above that, more than rise above that, being able to flourish in spite of that. And that's what someone wants to, like, holding on. It's like, let's do this. We can bring this back to life again. I'm willing to go to war to fight. I'll tell the truth. Even though the truth might hurt, there's blood on this word. But someone left the building here. You in the situation, Queen of Wands, you know your worth. Aye. Cabbies, if it's you showing up like this, you know your worth. It's not you who did that. Someone betrayed you. The Queen of Wands is very confident. The Queen of Wands, you showing as the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very intuitive. Excuse me. Usually she will be portrayed with that black cat in front to show that, you know, she can tap into energy. She can tap into her intuition. She's like, she's feminine in a way that's very powerful, the Queen of Wands. And she understands her power, and she knows how to use her power, her attraction, her beauty, her smartness, because she's also a learned woman, to get what she wants. Someone choose the wrong one to mess with. You are embodying the energy of the Queen of Wands. Look at the expression on her face. Look how fierce she's looking. Look at the expression. It's kind of like not playing around. External factors. There's been heartbreak. There's been blood. This is the card of sorrow. This is the card of disappointment. This is the card of sometimes even mourning. This is not red wine, but red here. Pouring out of these cups, falling cups. These are fall from grace. This is like blood red. That disappointment was so brutal. It's almost like it caused someone to bleed. The wound was so deep. The disappointment was so much, was so strong. It's like someone could not see anything else. They could only focus on that when there's 2 cups behind them. The love, the union, the possibility, you couldn't even see it anymore. Because that betrayal, that pain, that sorrow, that was so great. And for some of you, perhaps even unexpected. but you know your worth. And for some of you, you may be the person that, you know, that on the other hand that did the betrayal, but I'm not getting that at all. I truly feel like um the people that are this message will resonate with, that's something that happened to you, and there is someone here that's kind of come to almost like fight for your heart. That really, there's tension, there is conflict, but the best thing that could happen, the first thing that needs to happen here is to remove the conflict, to remove the butting head, the bickering. You know, everyone have their swords ringing. Is to start communicating like calmly about the situation. And once you know what you want, once you go through that hermit journey, what's important to you, you understand your worth, who you are, for you to make that decision, the decision that's in the best and highest good, your best and highest good, whether or not you want to proceed, whether or not you want to give a second chance, whether or not this is something that's worth it for you still. Okay? Hopes and fears. Another ace. Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands sometimes can be seen as like the male genitalia. So your hope may be that the passion, you still can reignite the passion in the relationship. But sometimes you may forgive someone you're with. It depends on how they betrayed you, and that you almost kind of like cannot stop seeing them from that lens, especially if they were with another person. Let's say it was with a friend, for example. They actually had an intimate relationship with someone else, and you just cannot bring back that same level of passion. It's like, if you could be with that person, how could you want to be with me? Like, you know, it takes time. I feel like the hope is that some of you may want that to reignite, to be able to reignite the passion, or to start something new altogether for yourself. And the fear may also be that that person cannot help themselves. They have to stick their one somewhere, so to speak. Your fear may also be allowing that new beginning to take place, to take action towards that new beginning, to accept that cup, and then things they fall apart again. The new beginning, the outcome, the page, the King of Cups, excuse me, the King of Cups. Wow, we saw the King of Cups earlier, right? We saw the King of Cups with the King of Pentacles. So the King of Cups will win. If that was a fight, a real fight, an argument, the mano a mano, that we saw them with the Five of Wands coming together on the table, the first three cards here, like the King of Cups, that's the outcome. So let's say you, Capricorn, you've been debating. Let's say this world issue has to do with, you have two people in your life. You walk away from one, from a marriage, especially if you're in a marriage, to go, or a solid relationship commitment, to go towards another, and your partner is fighting for that relationship, it wants it to be, or whatnot. Rest assured that if between the two people, whoever is the King of Cups, there will be the person who win. This is the person you're gonna go towards. And let's say, for example, this is not about you having to choose between two. This is about your relationship. You wanting to work toward about this relationship. Something happened here that requires a big conversation to be had. Something happens here that's going to require some adjustment to be made. Someone to make amends because there was a big disappointment that happens because of that, something that caused someone to walk away, to go into isolation, to abandon the ship. Okay? Because there were lies and betrayal. And possible cheating. And once you remove the conflict and everyone come to a place of calm and can talk it out, and if you both decide to go towards a new beginning, I feel like you're gonna be able to start over, to regain, to retrace, to pick up where you left off, to save the relationship, if you will. Okay? You see at the bottom of the deck, this is the Two of Swords we've been talking about like the whole time. A decision is facing you. You feel like you need to make a decision. Whether it's about two people or whether it's about your relationship, you and in that person, in that King of Cups. But the King of Cups, that's the outcome. That Pisces, that Scorpio, that Cancer person, that's your outcome. The conflict will need to be taken away. That's the best thing that can happen. This Five of Cups of disappointment, Five of Wands that we saw earlier, they need to be taken away. What's facing you is the Two of Swords that's left standing here, of a decision to be made in fairness and that's just for everyone involved. Okay, let's get some advice for you. This is the Woman's Oracle cards. Advice for Capricorn. Advice for Capricorn. Okay. At the bottom of this, oh, free yourself. Girl. Bye. For yourself. It's safe to take back control of your life. Spirit is telling you you're in control. Once you do that hermit once you go on that hermit journey, you really understand yourself and what's important to you. It's not gonna be hard for you to make those decisions that needs to be made. Okay, to free yourself from a situation that's toxic, a situation that's not fulfilling. It's not gonna be hard for you once you know yourself. And once you know yourself, you're gonna be in your Queen of Wands energy because you're gonna be confident. You're going to get reacquainted with yourself, understanding what you have to offer and what you truly want in a relationship. And you're not gonna be afraid to ask for it, to demand it. True love. This is the woman's of a lifetime. There you go. Whatever it is that was causing the toxicity, free yourself from it. Take control of the situation, of your life, the part that you can control. And let the chips fall where they may. Okay? Because you can only control yourself. That's why it's important to know yourself, what's important to you. It says to take control back of your life. And Spirit says this is the true love. And I feel like that's why the love will win. The King of Cups is the ultimate lover, in full control of their feelings and emotions, really understand how to love. We have two cards that came out for you. I'm going to keep both of them, okay? We have number 32 at the bottom, Luminous Warrior. And I can see the seer here at the in reverse. Let's look at number 32 for you, Capricorn. It says here, Luminous Warrior reminds you it is important to focus on your power, wisdom, and beauty. Do not be seduced by what seems wrong with you or with the world. Remember that intention follows attention. So focus on your positive traits. Feed your light with more light until you feel truly empowered. Then there will be little need for action as you resolve all situation from within. That's beautiful. From within, the journey within, right? Understanding your own power. You're gonna feel empowered, truly empowered. That's the Queen of Wands. So this is your message here. Understanding like you don't have to exert a bunch of energy because and by the way, the earth actually I'll just go ahead and read it to you guys. Number 17. It doesn't want to be seen. Here we go. Number 17. Earth. When the earth symbol appears, it represents a need to focus on reverence and appreciation for the natural gifts that are coming to you now and always. The concrete world you inhabit is there by the grace of spirit, and you are part of it. Much can be accomplished now when you focus on compassionate, reverent service to the world. If you act with integrity, gratitude, and humility, you will find yourself more prosperous than you can imagine. Success is assured when earth appears as an invitation. So success is assured, okay? If you can act from a place of integrity, gratitude, and humility, and it's because that it's because that you understand yourself and your place in this whole big scheme of things, and that you have your own journey to walk on. That person have their own journey to walk on, and just like you're not perfect, that they're not perfect. Once you do that, and you know yourself, you know what's important to you, you empower yourself. Okay, and you also had the seer. It looks like this, and it came out in reverse for you guys, so I'm going to read that for you as well. And this message are very strong for you, Capricorn, which is not surprising at all. So spirit is giving you a little bit of advice here, okay, as you go through this journey, to in a way not to be too hard on that person, to see the mistakes, yes, for what they are, to stand your ground and ask for the respect that's needed. It's almost like you don't even have to ask for it, to live your life in accordance to your own principles, to empower yourself to the point where that person's gonna recognize their own mistake and be chasing after you, to wanting to make things right, and really wanting to make things right. Number 45. The seer has arrived now to challenge you to get out of denial and begin telling yourself the truth about your situation. Wishful thinking will not make what you desire happen when you refusing to see things as they are. The truth may hurt, but it will set you free to claim the bounty that is waiting for you to notice it. This is a moment of true power. The seer offers you his medicine. When you are ready, surrender your vision to spirit and ask to be shown the truth, no matter the price. Once you do so, your eyes will open and you will receive a powerful gift, the truth. Once you do so, your eyes will open and you'll receive a powerful gift. There's a real sense here for you guys to get to the bottom of the line. And I feel like the truth is like not just the truth of a situation, but also the truth of you, yourself. What do you want? What's important to you? Because there's a lot of times, especially when someone have disappointed us, for us to, oh, that person was never good, to put all the faults in the world at their feet. Like you forget all the great things about that person, including your own feelings. You demean your own feelings. Knowing that we all have the good and negative aspect, knowing that we all have our lessons to learn, it really brings you to a place of humility, as we see from the earth, that we all connected, that we all here on a journey to learn, to grow. And we are not we are not God. We cannot cast judgment like that. We need to see our own truth. I mean, to remove that lens from our eyes before we start looking at finding mountains in another. Not because they were right. Yes, perhaps rightfully so, they were wrong. But then again, spirit is gonna guide you. Some truth, it's almost like you're gonna be thrust towards that path to see things clearly, to face the truth about yourself, the truth about the situation, and the truth about your person. And once that truth come through, once you understand it, you're gonna feel a new sense of empowerment about your place in the situation, your role in the situation, and the strength itself of that relationship. That's the gift. Thank you so much, Capricorn, and I do hope that you received this message in great spirit, and that I conveyed the message from spirit clearly enough. If you'd like to show support, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next week. Until then, remember, only love is real.